characteristic of your team, but what do you think was getting them into that mode right away in this game?
Yeah, just playing in a crowd, just trying to drive to the teeth of the defense. There was nobody there. Had a lot of those. We had them all different ways. When you have 24, they come in every form and fashion. In transition, had some outlets, just sloppy stuff like that. I think we had 19 at halftime, which basically set the tone. I mean, it's a pretty unrecoverable number. So.
And their shooting percentage, shooting 55% from the field, do you feel like they had all good looks, or do you feel like they were just kind of shooting out of their heads at some point?
No, I mean, they had some good looks. There were certainly some breakdowns out there. I think we could have needed to do a better job of kind of fanning out quicker on a lot of their east-west drives, getting out there and closing down the three-point line a little better.
Chris Ann only gets 7 shots. Like, what did you see other than the turnovers that limited the attempts? Like, what did they do to kind of take him out of the game?
Well, I mean, they put 2 on him in every capacity, and then they were loading up on the gaps, and then if he were able to punch a gap, there was a third guy right there too. But he's got to find ways to be aggressive outside of that, and he's got to play a little quicker before they're able to load up to him. So.
This is the third rather lopsided against these guys. Like, what's going to be the key kind of turning the page and then finding some things to find answers for?
Yeah, for sure. We got to move the ball a little bit better, move it away from the crowd. Got to pick up our decision making. Obviously, cut down our turnovers. And defensively, we got to find some solutions with some matchups. So.
Offense is kind of a little clunky again these last couple games. Obviously, it does coincide with Carl coming back. Do you think that's a rust thing? Do you think you guys just have to find a way to play your best offense with all your best players on the court?
Yeah, I think we're just going to have to find a way to get a good rhythm out there offensively. And that might we're going to have to sort through some lineup combinations that will help trigger that.
Obviously, they have their 3 main guys, but Allen has also been a real weapon for them. What can you do with that matchup? You often have Carl or Nas on him tonight, it seems.
Yeah, we got to get to him. We got to close him down. We got to get. He's got way too much space out there. And then when we're giving him too many angles, I think, to drive it. When we do close him down, he's just getting by us a bit cleaner.
And then you mentioned the gap help on Ant. Is there something you can do to make it so they can't have that in both the right gap and the left gap?
Well, we got to cut. I don't think we cut the floor very well tonight. We talked about that. We got to be willing to cut next to these ISOs, and we got to be, play a little quicker when we get them. Cut next to them. We got to move the ball multiple times in the possession. It's just too sticky.
In addition to ball movement, do you think more threes over those gaps would help?
Yeah, absolutely. We got to be shot ready. To shoot up over top of them.